For question 6, it states, how does total vascular resistance respond to exercise? And further, what is causing TVR to have this response, and why is this beneficial for exercise? So when we go from rest to exercise, our sympathetic nervous system senses that our body is going into fight or flight when we are exercising, because we are placing a demand on our body that our body needs to respond to. When this happens, our brain sends signals to our whole body to send us into systemic vasoconstriction. What this means is that the brain is sending signals to all the blood vessels in our bodies to vasoconstrict, or to decrease in diameter, increasing the total vascular resistance, to try and conserve the blood in our body, to only send it to the parts of the body that need it the most, including our brain, heart, and active muscles that need blood in order to keep functioning. The problem is that we need more blood to our active muscles to increase the amount of oxygen that our active muscles are receiving in order for them to keep producing enough energy to fuel themselves, to keep up with the demand that we're placing on them during exercise. What happens to compensate or respond to the systemic vasoconstriction is that 3 local factors lead to arteries around our active muscles to vasodilate or increase in their radius, so that more blood flow can go through them, decreasing the overall total vascular resistance. And these 3 local factors include metabolic factors, capillary recruitment, and nitric oxide. With metabolic factors, there becomes an increase in production of carbon dioxide, hydrogen ions, and lactate. The chemoreceptors around our muscles sense the increase in the production of these 3 metabolic factors, and therefore the muscles, our active muscles, vasodilate or increase in their radius size, therefore increasing blood flow and decreasing total vascular resistance. The second local factor is capillary recruitment. So when we're at rest, our capillaries are 50% open, or allowing about 50% of blood to flow, whereas when we're exercising, they are 80 to 100% open, allowing more and more blood to flow through them, creating vasodilation again, increasing blood flow, and therefore decreasing the total vascular resistance. The third local factor of nitric oxide comes into play because when on the onset of exercise, we increase our blood flow, but since we're in systemic vasoconstriction, we're trying to pump a bunch of blood through our arteries around our active muscles, and that irritates the endothelium in our arteries, and therefore nitric oxide is released, and because that is released, it leads to vasodilation of our arteries around our active muscles, and again, therefore increasing the radius, increases the amount of blood that can flow, and decreases the total vascular resistance. It's important that these local factors compensate or respond to systemic vasoconstriction because we want vasodilation of the arteries around our active muscles in order to again increase that blood flow, which increases the amount of oxygen delivered to our active muscles, and our active muscles uses the oxygen in the electron transport chain to fuel themselves and continue contracting and being able to handle the demand that's being placed on it now that the body is exercising.